Shalom, call Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakodash, double honor to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua back with the World War III Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you as well. I'm going to keep this one short. This is the last war update for this week, and we'll see you again on Monday. All right, so I'm going to try to keep it short. We'll start right here as we do. In Matthew 24:6, start with the King James. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And I use this a lot, okay? What I do is I read it in the King James, all right? And it's war and rumors of wars. Then we go to the NIV, wars and rumors of wars, but it changes right here in the NLT. And it means the same thing, but the words can be expanded, if you will. Wars and threats of wars. Okay? So we got rumors, we got threats. We jump down here. Rumors, rumors, rumors. Here's reports. We got rumors, threats, reports. There's threats again. Threats of war. And then we have the Good News Translation. Battles close by and news of battles far away. So we have news, rumors, threats, and reports. All right? So let's watch a few of these reports. Look at this guy, the Paleo Hebrew, right? They're telling on themselves. You got Charlton posing like the small hats, all right? Stealing folks' identity and their heritage. All right, here we go. So this is Dina Amelia Calmetta. We're going to jump in right here at 7 because they're going to go into the Valley of Yehoshaphat. See, what is World War III about? All right, we'll get it real quick. Dina Amelia Calmetta, End Times News Report, Weekend Review, 11:19 to 11:25. All right, so we'll get to that. But quickly, let's go to Joel. Let's find out what World War III is about. Okay? Well, here's what it's about. All right? Let's start at the King James. All right? Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days, which are these days, and in that time, at this time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah. What is captivity? Your slavery of Judah and Jerusalem. Well, who is in captivity? Right? This is after, Joel is after Egypt. Right? Right now we're in Egypt again, called the United Snakes of America. Who are the slaves here in America? The so-called African American. The same people that were the slaves in ancient Egypt, all right? The nation of Israel, all right? Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. So right here, God is saying, all right, I'm going to bring your slavery or captivity to an end. What does it mean to be held captive? That means you lost the war. POW, all right? We are the POWs in this kingdom, all right? Now, here he says, I will also gather all nations. So we're no longer going to be POWs. We're going to be saved out of our captivity. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay? And will plead with them there. With them, who is them? All nations, or the armies of all nations. And will plead with them there, where? in the valley of Jehovah, in the Middle East, right? For my people, he's going to plead with them there for his people who are the 12 tribes of Israel, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations. And here's the part, what we're about to watch, that Dina is about to report on. And parted my land. Who parted the Most High's land? Okay, this is very important. Now, and then it goes into the slavery. They have cast lots for my people and given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. And you jump down here, it goes into the slavery. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the NLT. All right, and we'll read this. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Middle East. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among nations, and for dividing up my land. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. Now, who were the slaves in America? The nation of Israel, the Israelites, the true Jews. Okay? Now, what is God doing? He's gathering the armies of the world to judge them for making his people slaves. Okay? That's what World War III is about. I'm gathering the armies of the world into the valley of Yahweh. Most High's name is Yahweh. Shaphat, judgment, the valley of God's judgment. Armageddon. All right? That's why World War III is going to happen. The Most High is going to gather the armies of the world and make them fight against each other. And he's going to spring an ambush on them and judge them. He's going to put them all to death. Right? Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. He's creating an ambush. All right, now we'll let Dina speak. All right? See what they say about the Holy Land. Who's there? Who divided up the land? Whoever's there right now fighting over that land, right? Well, you fall into the category of those that divided up the land, right? Right here. There will I judge them for harming my people. What do you mean harming their people? I mean this. There will I judge them for harming my people. See that? What did they do to the one that you call Jesus? What did they do? You see this? Is this man not who they call a black man? Is he not hanging from a tree? Now I got to go here. Acts. The book of Acts 5 and 30. Acts 5 and 30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom he slew and hung on a cross. On a cross. You see that? See where it says cross? Right there? The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, the original angry black man, whom he slew and hanged on a cross. See that? And here's that cross right here. Look at this. What they did, that looked like Latinos right there. There's one. Is he hanging? This guy hanging. Look at this. What did they do to Jesus? Well, they hung him on a cross. By a cross. On, what is this? Okay. Whom he slew and hanged on a tree. Right? Okay, back to Dina. We'll get to it. We'll let her talk. Here's the report.
And loud mockery of God. There's no question. Just continuing to have the world mock God. Well, they're...
Now let me qualify this. These people have no clue what they're talking about in the Bible. But I'll be quick to correct whatever they say is wrong. Okay, go ahead.
Be a price to be paid, and is already, we see it's being paid with all the events going on around the world. This continues to be shocking. Every day there's new shocking things going on. And I think UN wants to try Israel in international court for illegally occupying Palestine.
They divided up the land. Whoever those people are, okay, whoever their true identity is, which is being exposed right here in Babylon the Great. In America, you got Negroes standing up saying, we're the Jews. So who are those people? Okay, we can easily go to Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 3 and 9 and find out exactly who they are. All right? But they have no business there. Why does it say this? The UN wants to try Israel in international court for illegally occupying Palestine. If these were the true Israelites, the land belongs to them. So what is this? All right? For illegally occupying. And who are the Palestinians? What is this word Palestine? What is the ancient name for Palestine? It's a Philistine. And the Philistines descend from Noah's son Ham. The people that are there right now calling themselves Philistines descend from Noah's son Shem. They're Shemitic or Semitic. So the people, those Arabs over there calling themselves Palestinians, are not Palestinians at all. They're the sons of Ishmael. They're the Arabs. Today they call them the Arabs. In the Bible, they're the sons of Ishmael. They're Ishmaelites, and they are Semitic people. So they're not the Africans, the Hamites over there. So they're in that land. They stole the land too. Whoever's over there calling themselves Israelis stole the land. What? This is clearly telling you that. They illegally are occupying that land. And when you know who is who, you can break this thing down. This is exactly why World War III is about to come to the Valley of Yehoshaphat. Because these people are about to be judged for being in that land, for dividing it up. Right now, they've divided it up. Well, you get this piece, I get this piece, and eventually, I'm going to take it all from you. Right? This is what we see going on.
This is ongoing, but the UN passed a resolution to try Israel in the International Criminal Court for the crime of illegally occupying the Palestinian territories last week. But at least one expert in international law refutes the charges, explaining that not only is there no illegal occupation, and Israel has the right to annex Judea and Samaria. The United States General Assembly's Special Political and Decolonization Committee voted 98-17 in favor of a draft resolution calling on the International Court of Justice to render an opinion on Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories on the grounds that it constituted de facto annexation.
And this is exactly why the Most High Yahweh is about to bring destruction. He's going to gather all the troops into this area. Why is he going to do that? Because he's going to lay them even with the ground. He's going to destroy all the armies of the world in an hour. Why? Because of what we're watching right here. Neither one of these people, all right, those Edomites, those Amalekites, calling themselves Israelis, they don't belong there. And then those Arabs, those Ishmaelites, calling themselves Palestinians or Philistines, they don't belong there either. That land belongs to the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans. It belongs to us. And God is mad, and he's going to destroy everybody when he comes back to claim that land and then set his people back in that land. All right? And this is what we're watching right now. Whether you agree or not, you're about to watch this go down, right? With this narrative on it, right? Otherwise, if these were the people that are claiming this land or stealing it right now, if they were the people, God would be with them. There wouldn't be no wars. Wars would be over with. That hasn't happened yet, because you can't have no wars when all the armies are already destroyed, right? And the one you ignorantly call Jesus is back, who cannot be destroyed, and he's holding down the whole earth. That hasn't happened yet. So what we're watching right now is a showdown, all right?
Specified that Jerusalem is also included in the judgment, while at the same time ignoring its historic and religious connection to the Jewish people. The Temple Mount, the site of both Jewish temples, is referred to solely by its Muslim name of Al-Haram al-Sharif. Okay, so that's unreal, right?
This is not going to go over well with God, all right? Because
no, it's not.
Jerusalem is his. That's his name is on Jerusalem. And I find it interesting to know the countries that voted for this, and one of which is Ukraine.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, because
Ukraine is old Khazaria. And those people that are in Israel right now calling themselves Israelis are actually Khazars. Right? They're all a bunch of Edomites. Okay? Their true nationality is these are the Dukes of Edom. What are they doing? All right? You can't hide the truth forever. The truth is coming out. All right? God's chosen people, the nation of Israel, are waking up from their slumber and declaring that they are the children of Israel. Not these imposters over there who go around from place to place stealing people's land. That's what they did in Khazaria. All right? They took that land. Edom's land was right there in the Middle East, what they call the Middle East. All right? And they got run up out of there, right? And were wandering, this vagabond. And now the earth has been given into his hands. This is Satan's kingdom right now that is soon coming to an end. And the truth is coming out, all right? So there's going to be a big war so the Most High can destroy all the armies of the world, including this regime, right, that was installed by the Americans, right? And they're going to say, well, Israel doesn't want to give them weapons. Israel's going to give them weapons. And Vlad is going to fight against both of those countries. And then everybody is going to be led down into the valley of Yehoshaphat. And then all the armies of the world are going to be destroyed in an hour. Okay? And then all knees will bow to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the one you ignorantly call Jesus, who is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, a so-called black man. Okay? And he's going to raise his people up to rule the world. Plain and simple. You could disagree all you want. Of course you're going to disagree. But your ass is going head first into slavery, and all the things that were done to us is going to happen to you. It's just simple. Of course you're going to disagree with this truth.
Ukraine has a beef with Israel because Israel doesn't want to send them, military arms, to fight Russia. And Russia, I believe, has warned Israel not to do that. So Israel kind of compromised in a way. They sent them not like real arms, but they did send Ukraine something. But, here this guy is asking for Israel's help, but at the same time, he voted with Iran and Russia in this particular case against Israel. So Russia, who is bombing them, the Ukrainian president voted with them against Israel. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, we call that double-mindedness, okay?
There you go. And it's not the Ukrainian people. It's not the Ukrainian people. It's this leader.
Well, the Bible says in the last days that Israel will be a cup of trembling to the whole world.
Now, what does that mean? Who is Israel? Right? Well, people are trembling right now because Israel is standing up, right? At the, what's that center that they went to? Kyrie Irving is playing and Israel is standing up. I forget the name of it, but anyway. Yeah, people are scared right now. Okay? It says, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling. When it says Jerusalem, it means the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. A cup of trembling unto all the people round about when they shall be in the siege, both against Judah and against Jerusalem. You got to understand what this means. Who's Judah? The tribe of Judah, or the southern kingdom, right? And Jerusalem is in the northern kingdom. All right? All of Israel. All right? So you got to know what this is saying.
See that for sure. God says, touch not my anointed, and he gives the whole world for everyone to populate. But he says, don't touch this, piece of land right here, which is approximately the size of the state of New Jersey. Okay? So it's not like he's a big, a land grabbing God. He's got this New Jersey size, state of Israel.
It's all of this.
And says, don't touch these people. Don't touch this land. And just like a kid, you tell them, no, you can't put your hand in the cookie jar. What are they going to do? They go right for the cookie jar, right? And I'm putting this in simple terms as possible. It's like, and so once again, Israel on a regular basis makes, the news. We don't hear about, you don't wake up every day going, what's going on in Tanzania? It's always Israel. Well, why? Just a side note, my son came to me when he was a little kid and he goes, what's the deal with Israel? And I go, well, here's the deal. The evil world feels that if they can destroy this Israel, then they can, wipe out this God and the commandments, and they can sin and do whatever they want guilt-free. So
that's correct. Now, who is this Israel? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. God's chosen, and they do want to wipe out God. Who is they? The people that are here right now. The people that are masquerading as us. The people that and I'm done with this. The people that, let me see. Let's get this. The people that are trying to prevent this from happening. Okay? 5 years ago. I hate to use IUIC, but this is Jerusalem. This is Israel standing up. Now, who is trying to prevent this? Okay? Well, the people that call themselves the Jews, right? The so-called Jewish people are like, oh no, this is anti-S, right? The Barclays Center. This is Jerusalem standing up. Okay? Great fear is fallen on these people. Where did that go? I went back too far. I'm going to go ahead and stop it.
Mr. Israel, bring that fire out. They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah, coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Black Messiah, coming with a vengeance.
All right, so anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to Dina. Slovakia. Now, where was that? Where did they have, I was at 7, yeah. Go back a little bit here. Where do they have that? Right here.
But he said,
Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all people round about. Okay? Well, them standing up, marching in the street like that, guess what? People are trembling. Right? And they're going to come after us when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and against Jerusalem. Okay? No, they're going to come after that great army walking in the street because they're afraid. Right? And what did Most High say? Touch not mine anointed. Who is the anointed? Okay? And do my prophets no harm. The anointed, right, are the chosen, the elect of Israel. And the prophets. Like, Lord willing, one is breaking this down. All right? So, don't be fooled by the people claiming to be us. All right? Got to get it now. Got to get it, and we'll close. This is Revelation 2. Who is over in Israel right now claiming to be us? Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works, in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Who's that talking about? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now the people over in our land right now, calling themselves Israelis. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Who worships in the synagogue? Who worships in the synagogue? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't. Somebody is saying that they're Jews and are not. Well, who could that be? Those that are in that synagogue. All right. Now we'll go to 3. Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Uh-oh. Who's the father of lies? You damn Edomites are. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet and to know that I have loved thee. Okay? How is he going to make them come to worship before our feet? Through the original angry black man that you call Jesus. Right? Every knee how are you going to act when you wake up and understand the one you call Jesus is a black man? The Jews are black. They're marching in the street at the Barclay Center. Those are the Jews. And when you have to bow down, right? This is what this means. And it's going to be hard for you devils, the so-called white men, and you Arabs, and you Japanese and Chinese. It's going to be hard for you to bow down to these Negroes, to God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole. And it's going to be hard for you to break yourself, but that's what you're going to do. Romans 14 and 11. For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to the Most High. That's what's going to happen. And you can disbelieve it all you want. But when your ass is down there getting your head chopped off, if you don't, all right, slay them before me. Here's what happens if you don't. And slay them before me. You know, who's this speaking in Luke, in red? But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, your ass is going to bow down. Bring hither, slay them before me. You're going to have a problem bowing down. I ain't bowing down to no nigga. Whah! And there's your head rolling. Get it? You get it? So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. This war is coming. All right? This war is coming. Let me go to Revelation real quick and show you that when the one called Jesus comes back, he's going to destroy all the armies of the world in this ambush when they all get led into the valley of Yehoshaphat. Revelation 19 and 19. All right? This is when they lose the war. All the armies of the world. Right now they're being led into an ambush. It's going to take a while. But when they're all in the Middle East, in the Battle of Armageddon, here's what's going to happen. Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies. The armies of what? The armies of the earth. Gathered together, World War III. They're going to stop fighting each other and try to fight against who? To make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Who sat on the horse and who was his army? Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness doth he judge. There's the judgment. I'm going to bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them and make war. Well, who is Jesus? And his name is called the Word of God. Who's the Word? That's Jesus. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. All right, that's the angels. All right? So, all the armies of the earth, of the world, are going to try to fight against the one you call Jesus, right? And against the angels. And they're going to die trying. They're going to get straight devoured. All right? And here's the battle. Here's the battles. 2nd Ezra 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him, to fight against Jesus and the angels, were so afraid, and yet durst fight. They fought even though they were scared as hell, because they knew they couldn't deal with those chariots, those so-called UFOs, those spaceships. Okay? And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war. This is talking about the one you call Jesus. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, lasers. And out of his lips, a flaming breath, lasers. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. These are the weapon systems that are on those spaceships. okay, that you call UFOs. Now, here's the battle, right? And what happens to all the armies of the earth, okay? And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, all the armies of the earth, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, all the armies of the world, nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. That's what happened to all the armies of the world. Going back to Joel. God said, I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them. How is he going to judge them? With his son and the angels for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing up my land. Thank you. That's not your land. These people done divided up the Most High's land. So that's what World War III is about. All right? And that's your update for this week. We'll see you next week. We hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. With that, I'm going to say shalom.